Yo, what is going on? Monaco Gold is like going crazy. Right? I just picked up like 85 playlisters and curators, which for an indie artist, that's like 1% territory. Like that's like that's insane. So just having a hoot and a holler with it. But I mean, we'll see what happens with it. I think like you never know till you know type deal. But that record is a good record. And speaking of to come from where I came from musically to like where I'm at now, I want to talk about something cold for the summer. Just get back in that momentum of like reviewing the albums and like the old stuff. Something so just to give like timeline of how stuff was playing out was like first I made like you guys might hear the TV in the background by the way, and my sweet dog he just came in here. Matter of fact, he's gonna do a cameo right now. Oh, my sweet boy. My sweet, sweet boy. Oh, he's in his teething mode, so like anything is is biteable, fingers included. Yeah. But anyways, sweetest boy ever. You're so sweet, buddy. I love you. But so timeline on how things kind of played out for me is first I made like I don't know how many beat tapes was it, buddy. Stop it. He's chewing on the cables, and it makes me so nervous that he chews on electrical because it just worries me. You know, being a dad and all, you know, it's like my son, my poor son, right? But so something called for the summer. It kind of happened after, buddy, be sweet boy. But it happened after. So I made Broken Home. Well, first before Broken Home, I made like 16 or 17 beat tapes. The first few were like really bad, but by like, you know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like there was a few beats where I was like, okay, like these are kind of good. And then I made Broken Home, and then I made Goddamn as like my first two mixtapes. And Something Cold for the Summer was like a conscious effort. I remember I had I had a job opportunity. I got my degree in economics. Buddy, no. Stop. Leave it, buddy. Leave it. Waffles, leave it. It's like bring your home to kid, or bring your kid to work day, buddy. Um, but so I had made a conscious effort to um this fucking dog. He's he's so much to you. I love him, but he's like you always have to keep an eye on him like every couple of minutes because he's always getting into something. It doesn't matter what he's always getting into something. But I had made this conscious effort to like pursue music out of college, right? Like I got my degree in economics, and college itself was like a really tremendous journey for me. Like I was like a high school dropout or damn near close to it. And I went to community college, got this like really great GPA, 3.86, and then I got 4.0 the next semester, and then got a scholarship, and then finally was offered to go to CU Boulder, and then finish my degree in economics at CU Boulder. And it was like a really tremendous journey for me. And by the end of it, buddy, stop chewing on that. That's bad, dude. You're gonna freaking hurt yourself. But by the end of my degree at CU Boulder, I had like had this like soft kind of job inquiry or soft job offer to go work for like some hedge fund, and you know their entry position was like selling, you know, like life insurance or something, right? But you work under someone and you get kind of in the hedge fund a bit, and it was like you begin the journey of being a portfolio manager. I got my degree in economics, but I had made the conscious effort of waffle. Stop. No, you're out of here, buddy. No, stop. You're out of here, buddy. No, dude. I love you, but no, no, no. Can't be trusted. Just biting everything. Cords, cables. You see the door open. That's Waffle sneaking on in here. Um, but I just hear him clawing on the outside. Um, but but I had this like soft job offer to become a like hedge fund like intern basically, and get my Series 6 and Series 7, and like a few different of your like financial exams to become a accredited investor and all that fun stuff. But I was like, I'm gonna like take the conscious effort to go ahead and try to do music. Like in this was like the first project where I was like, I'm gonna be a musician, and and it was really bad still, by the way. Like it wasn't like this was a prolific project by any stretch of the imagination, but but it was like my third, put out mixtape, if you will, and a few of the good records. I like 5 to 9. I like all the times that just my vocal cadence on this one is like kind of good.
It's everything reserved for my friends and my fam. Really.
And Sunset, actually, believe it or not, I think like this record's actually good. Buddy, how did he squeeze in here? He snuck on in here? Somehow he got back in here. But this record I actually really like.
Now, every single road, I think I'm on 100 miles. Feeling down and close, I see it in my mama's smile. How I got them all singing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't but a couple.
But so it kind of had a fun little chorus to it, but this song specifically, I remember making and finishing this project. It took so much time for me, and it was so hard to do. But specifically this song, I was sick, but I was like, I need to get better at all this stuff, and I was legitimately sick when I met like really really ill, like under the weather, and yeah. So, but it was like this professional effort. Like I'm gonna still show up and still like try to make something work. And those are probably the three songs I would say. Like Blame It on the Sunrise is kind of okay. It's a little bit politically like charged, but 5 to 9 all the times and Sunset were my favorite three out of this project, personally. Um, and it was, what's crazy is Monaco Gold. I've got the album Monaco Gold and I've got the single Monaco Gold. The album Monaco Gold is like what I've always envisioned Something Cold for the Summer to be. And not to mention, I've got Some Heat for the Winter, which was always going to be a spin-off of Something Cold for the Summer from like years ago. When I made Something Cold for the Summer, this was 6 years ago, folks, 6, 7 years ago, right? And I've always wanted to make this Some Heat for the Winter ever since then. And just to give some differentiating kind of deal.
Look at me, I used to burn trees and now I'm saving trees, cause I did it all without a pencil. No smoke needed unless you grow so conceited that you're so self-defeated that you really think you can beat it. You're too busy talking on Twitter, I'm talking equities. Moves too silent, they don't see and tell his legacy. Man, I got a charter company and a company in the UAE. I'm a real life boss, I ain't pressed about a press release.
Sheesh. And then, of course, record
They falling for me. I'm sorry, I'm all in. Won't you call me a G? Wish that shit would last. Watch me ballin' like 3. Wish to see.
So it's just crazy to hear the differences now of like you got these Drake, Juice WRLD, and like Kid Leroy records, and versus like what it used to be, like just bad music. So, but yeah, so that's a little bit about Something Cold for the Summer, and Some Heat for the Winter is coming out soon, and then hopefully Apologies, then Through the Fire, or Gold Dust, one of those, and then Monaco Gold is going to come out right after. Monaco Gold is going great. It's got like 85 placements right now, which is like like if I look it up, it may have more. Maybe it might have more, but that's just to me. The most I ever had was like I think 12 placements, and this is now like 8 times bigger, technically pre-release than anything I've ever had. So for me, it's really, really an interesting experience, but I just hope to keep the momentum up. But Yeah, guys. So that's a bit about something cool for the summer and my life. Trying to work with while Waffles is doing hooliganry. But yeah, so that's just where I'm at while I'm like kind of re-releasing stuff on the YouTube channel and TikTok and getting it all out. Um, but I would say this is when I made a conscious effort, and then the next project after this was Spit and Image, if I'm not mistaken. And I'd put out like two singles from Spit and Image, El Chapo and Sunshine. And Spit and Image was like one record that I was like, okay, front to back, this is like a cohesive bit of art that I can still to this day kind of like go back and listen to. Like, oh, like, no, not bad at all. So, but I think it was seeded from the ideas here where I was like, I'm going to like do this professionally, or at least try to, you know? So, um, yeah. But I remember those times, man. And my girlfriend had just broken up with me. It sucked so bad. It was, yeah, different times. But I can't believe that was like 6, 7 years ago. But all right, folks, I gotta go.